in this conference, and again, it's all mental for Victor.
I think I saw him practicing punts. I mean, that speaks to his.
Yeah, I know. Victor, they say he's electric with the ball. We saw that last spring, fall when he was here and redshirted, and so he'll be the guy we'll look at punt returning and kickoff return.
How's Jimmy progressing this year?
Jimmy's done well this spring. This has been a good spring for Jimmy. I think Jimmy's grown up, and the thing that we had issues with Jimmy is he wasn't a finisher, and I think he's the light has come on and he's starting to finish plays. He's there all the time, and now he's making those plays where he wasn't in the past.
What does the rotation look like at the corner?
It's hard to say right now. Again, it's still wide open. I think Akeem and Stephon is the two leaders at the boundary in the field corner spots. We feel like we got some solid guys that are coming along that we can play with, and Jimmy LeGree and CC, and with Kadairs and with the guys at safety, we feel like we're developing depth there too.
CC's been here a while.
True.
Do you expect him to make more of a push to sort of try to grab one of those starting spots?
Well, I mean, again, it's up for grabs. But I think Akeem, both and CC have been here for a long time, and so Akeem has started at that spot before, and I think CC will have a role. Whether he becomes a starter or not, that's going to be determined on how well you practice and how well you play.
Moving back to corner, was that pretty natural for Akeem?
Oh, that's where he wanted to play at. I think I was not here when Akeem played safety, but I thought the moving Cully and him last year, just from a physical ability standpoint from Chris, and his shoulders, and I thought we got better during the season at those two spots until Cully went out with the torn pec. But Akeem wants to play corner, and that's where he'll play.
Now, Stephon's he's a seasoned veteran, I guess you could say. I mean, what do you or not?
Nobody's a seasoned veteran. You always get better. If anybody got any experience on this team, it's probably Akeem. Again, Stephon got a lot he can learn, but you can count on Stephon doing everything in his power to get the job done. And so, in that standpoint, he is a seasoned veteran. But he knows that there's learning going for him too.
I mean, is he doing right now what you expect?
No question. Stephon's a good leader, and he does everything he acts of.
They talked about. You mentioned Kadarius a second ago,
and he's probably the one that's the farthest behind of the corners. He's taking them a little more time to pick up the scheme on defense, and I think he has the ability. He just got to continue to learn what we're doing on defense.
After 7 years away from defense, is this kind of spring football for Jeep too?
Jeep has been over there and comes to DBs. I think it's probably not like riding a bicycle, but once Jeep learned exactly what we're doing in detail in the system, as far as his knowledge of secondary players, he can do it.
You obviously had some confidence in his track record and moving him over there. Kind of how y'all were going to work together.
No question. Like I said, Jeep and I have known each other a long time, and we know we can work well together. And I'll take the lead until Jeep feel comfortable with what we're doing system-wise. The technique and the fundamentals. He knows that stuff. It's just learning the system, and so as soon as he feel comfortable 100% and learn the system, then he'll take those safeties full time, and I'll take the corner full time. Until then, and we'll spend my time with both of them.
I guess Coach Spurrier brought up the being on the same page and communication as far as the positions back there, and he said right now there's kind of one voice. Is that something y'all are intentionally trying to do to make sure everybody stays on the same page?
Well, then that's again that's something that we started toward the end of last year, and it helped. And so if it's not broke, we won't fix it. So we'll try to continue to improve on that. And if they hear from one guy and then they're all getting it from one source, regardless who we're running the meeting, then that's the way we'll like to do it.